So let's think about the mitochondria. Most of us probably remember in middle school or high school, the mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell, right? So why is it called the powerhouse of the cell? Well, it's the primary site of aerobic energy production, where nutrients are converted into adenosine triphosphate, that's ATP. That's the cell's main energy currency. Inside the mitochondrial matrix, the citric acid cycle, that's also called the Krebs cycle, breaks down acetyl-CoA to generate electron carriers, NADH and FADH2. This then fuels the electron transport chain, which is located in the inner mitochondrial membrane. This chain then drives oxidative phosphorylation, producing large amounts of ATP, and that you're using oxygen as the final electron acceptor, ultimately making metabolic water, right? Beyond energy production, mitochondria also play a critical role in what's called apoptosis. That's programmed cell death. So when the cell is damaged beyond repair, mitochondria form this apoptosome, and so then that basically triggers the cell. It triggers the mitochondria to release some of its enzymes, mainly cytochrome C, into the cytoplasm, and that triggers a cascade that dismantles the cell from within. Let's think about the mitochondria kind of like the warp core on a Federation starship, like the Enterprise, right? In Star Trek, normally that warp core pretty much powers everything, and that's what makes space travel possible. You're traveling at warp velocity, you're warping time and space, and all that good stuff, right? Now, when you need to self-destruct the ship, that warp core can then turn into a big bomb, right? And so the same core becomes kind of the source of the ship's controlled destruction, the autocorrect that we see in Star Trek. And so the mitochondria operates pretty much the same way as the warp core in autodestruct, except in biochemistry we call that apoptosis, right? And so that basically initiates the cellular self-destruction when necessary for the greater good of the organism. And now you know a little bit more about apoptosis and the mitochondrion and why the mitochondrion is called the powerhouse of the cell.